Hey guys, it's GameFace here and welcome back to episode 99 of my Leeds United career mode. Now in today's episode, we've got two more games to play. We've got a game against West Brom, followed by another match in the league against Everton. And yeah, we've basically only got three more games to play now, two of which obviously, like I say, will be played in this episode. So we're getting very close to the next episode, episode 100, which is going to be really interesting. It's going to be the final game of the season, going into the next season as well. So before we get into this episode, if we could go ahead and hit 20 likes on this video, that'd be really appreciated. Also, if you could go and hit the subscribe button as well, that'd be absolutely fantastic. And yeah, let's crack on with things. This is the team that I'm going to be going with. Again, going with the same formation and tactics, except I've brought in Gordon this time, and I've also brought in Ntep and Mane to play in centre attacking mid behind Silva. So I think that's pretty much everything. We've got a game in hand over obviously everyone else in the league other than West Brom. So potentially we could move closer to Man United here. But if we lose, then that means Spurs are going to be on the same amount of points as us. So we need to try and beat West Brom. Let's try and get a win and see how we get on. This really should be quite a comfortable win. But we saw in the previous episode that we drew against Sunderland 0-0. So we could quite easily again drop points here. Need to make sure that we get a goal early on though. Come on, here we go. Let's try and get ourselves a win here. West Brom away. Going to be a tough match. This one I would have thought anyway. I'm just hoping we can create lots of chances and try and score as many as possible as well. We just need to make sure we don't concede. We are still the best defensive team in the league. We're just conceding 22 goals in 35 games. So let's try and keep it that way in this game. Can't quite find Silva that one. Oh, it's a good turn. And it's through. Oh, good save from Jose Sa. Wasn't offside in the end. Very close there from West Brom. They've started off the better team, look much brighter than we do. That's gone into the back post. Bridcut will try and head it away. It's gone to the edge of the box. There's no defence. Midfield don't want to defend at all. That's part of the problem with these tactics. They're too keen to get forward. Maybe we need to have another look at that because it isn't really working too often here. Let's try and find Mane, who's going to wrestle his way, but can't keep hold of the ball. Silva. Looking for Mane, this is a great chance. Mane, 1-0, 26 minutes in. We've taken the chance, we capitalised from one of their mistakes, or it was more the fact that Ramirez won back the ball so brilliantly in midfield. As you can see, just here, ran into him. Eric Dyer plays the pass, and from then on, quick bit of movement, score the goal. 26 minutes in, 1-0, fantastic. Ntep, come on, let's have a good ball into Bridcut. Oh, thought it'd gone in. Is that another corner? Well, I don't know how it is, but we'll take it. Ramirez is going to put it short again to Ntep. This is a good delivery. At the back post for Kongolo. Oh, it's beaten away. Oof. Awful defending there from West Brom, but it's cleared eventually. And it's so close to again getting a second goal. We've looked at definitely the most likely team to score next. And we're going to have to try and get a second goal if we can. And that's it for the first half. Still winning the game 1-0. We'll keep things exactly the same going into the second half. Oh, it's been played straight to Ntep. Brilliant chance across to Silva. No, cut out. So tempted to go for the shot, but again trying to pass it across. And again, doesn't seem to work when we try that. Mane running through again, gets brought down there by, I think that's McLean that's brought him down. And we're approaching the 60th minute. We'll probably make a change shortly. That's going to be a booking for him though. Free kick just on the edge of the box. An interesting angle. Don't know whether I can really score from it. We'll give it a go with Eric Dyer though, see whether he can. Difficult angle. Eric Dyer to take, takes a deflection and pushed over the bar by Tom Heaton. Okay, now all three changes. We're going to bring on Benikafobe, Lewis Cook and Calvin Phillips. That means we're taking off Ramirez, Eric Dyer and Ntep, who are all pretty tired and need resting for the next game. So we'll do that, all three changes now. Hopefully try and see the rest of this game out. If not, try and get a second goal if we can. No way. How have they managed that? I was just thinking about 10-15 seconds ago as well. I bet they'll score because they've not deserved it. And they have. I was also thinking we need to sort the defence out as well a little bit ago. And we certainly do because that's not good enough again. Conceding, I don't know how. Oh, 1-1 somehow. Calvin Phillips, who's won it back. Gonna need to try and play a ball through. It's fallen to Silva. He can't keep hold of it. Oh, disappointing game again. So inconsistent. Really inconsistent. And sadly the tactics can't prevent inconsistencies like our form recently. We were on defensive as well there throughout most of it, yet we still didn't look good at the back. I was more worried about losing the game than actually getting a goal back or a goal to win the match. So Very bizarre game, that one, against West Brom. 1-1. Again, should have been quite a comfortable win with the amount of possession that we had in the dangerous areas in their half. But it's 1-1. We've, again, dropped 2 points as far as I'm concerned, and we've got the offer from Brazil to look at. We are going to reject that one. I know some of you will have probably wanted me to accept it, but I'm going to focus on Leeds still. I think we'll continue to do that going into next season as well. Let's do some player development. Huge shame about that match. We really should have won it. And again, it hasn't happened. Same as the Sunderland game. Bit disappointing. I'm going to put it down to a little bit of lack of quality in the team. We've still got enough quality, obviously, to beat West Brom, you would have thought on paper. But I think with the better quality players next season, we should be a lot in a much better position to try and win the league, I would have thought, next season. But also some more news, and it's a little bit like in the previous episode when we played Sunderland and drew. They then got relegated. West Brom drew against us, and they're also threatened by relegation, and are pretty much relegated, to be honest. They need to win both games and hope that Leicester don't get any points, virtually. So, yeah, we are currently third in the league, 3 points behind Man United. Got them on the last day, so there is still a good chance of second place, but we need to obviously improve the goal difference, I would have thought, as well. We'll take a quick look at that, actually. How are we doing goal difference? 24, now on 26. So, yeah, we do need to try and improve the goal difference drastically. And even still, we have to beat Everton. We have to beat Everton to have a chance of coming second in the league this year. So it has been progress from last year, assuming that happens. But still, it's quite a slow progress. We need to try and win it next year, go one step further. So let's move on to deciding on the team for the Everton game and hopefully come up with a better side than the team that obviously played against West Brom and drew. Okay, this is the team. We've got a couple of changes here. Nelson comes in, Capella also comes in as well. Yaya Toure and Iheanacho also come into the side. Other than that, everyone else stays the same. That is the bench I've gone with. I decided to drop Entep completely. Coleman and Maddison, though, come onto the bench, and Cook gets dropped again. Another poor performance when he came on for us in that last game. So we decided to drop him. Not great at the moment, Lewis Cook, which is such a shame because I want to try and keep hold of him for as long as possible. But really, with those sort of performances in game, it's looking unlikely, which is a huge shame. But we'll move on to the Everton game now, the penultimate game of the season, and also the final game of this episode. Let's try and win this one. We need to win it. We've obviously drawn the last 2 games against Sunderland and West Brom, which isn't good for us. We really need to try and win some more matches. That's been the big issue. I was looking before I went on camera and started recording, because we've actually drawn many more games than Man City and Man United have this season. And we just need to start winning some more of those matches, and we would have won the league. I think we've won maybe 4 more. I think we've drawn 4 more games than Man City, I think it is, something like that, which really has cost us the league this year. Oh, that's a poor pass. It's going to be a goal, and it is a goal, 1-0. You can just sense it when it's about to happen. Poor pass, really terrible pass. You can't do that. You can't do that, not there, not anywhere on the pitch. It's supposed to be a footballer, Ramirez. Come on, that's got to be much better than that. Losing the game 1-0. Terrible. Come on, Mane, get us back in this game. Stones is looking very fast and very good so far in this match. I've noticed it before, saying it's just fallen over there. And that pass hasn't worked out at all. Mane's lost it, and it's all over. Silva's won it back. Iheanacho through to Mane. It's a dreadful pass. Absolutely dreadful. And again, just really poor performance from this first half so far. Really poor. We don't look like we've got any chance of scoring at the moment. Absolutely hopeless. Oh, you can't. How can you be in this position, okay, and not want to pass it to the guy right in front of you? Yeah, that's why I'm aiming for it. But no, pass it to the guy that's running away, and it's behind their player. What was wrong with whoever that is down the middle? What was wrong with that? That's where I wanted it. Half time, losing the game 1-0. We don't look up for this game at all. It's another one of those matches, and we've been having them quite frequently. Not whilst we've had the tactics changed, but it's one of those games, again, where it just doesn't go your way, and I'm not really too sure why. So we're going to take Yaya Toure off, who, I mean, we may as well have a red card, to be honest, in the team when Yaya Toure's on the pitch. He doesn't do anything. It's pathetic, really. Okay, the final 2 changes. Mane and Eric Dyer are going to come off. Gordon and Benikofo will come on. I've come to the conclusion that we've lost this game now, sadly. I think it would be an absolute shocker if we were to go and get anything from the match. I'm going to continue to obviously try and win, but we really don't look up to anything at all in this game. Really painful to watch, as we just can't win back the ball from Everton at all. The tactics just haven't worked in this game. Come on, Iheanacho, attack! Come on! No one's wanting to go forward. Look at Bridcut, he's out for a little jog in the park by the looks of it. What's he doing? Into Silva, gonna have a shot, and that's our first shot in ages. I can't remember the last shot at all, and it's awful. Absolutely dreadful, so yeah, we'll move on from that. Bridcut, another overhit pass. How can you be so bad at passing? That's it, lost the game 1-0. I can't comprehend what just happened there. I mean, if you could have played with those players, you'd have realised that that was not good at all. That was really bad. So strange. I don't get this game at all. So strange. You can go from doing really well to really badly so quickly. And that match there just demonstrated it, really. Not a good result. And at this rate, you know, I was saying that we're going to try and get second, but we'll be lucky to get third at this rate. I think we might even get overtaken by Spurs if we don't get ourselves a result against Man United. So, yeah, we'll have to wait to see how that goes in the next episode. Really bizarre match, that one. Hopefully the final episode, well, when I say final episode, I mean final episode of the season. Hopefully that isn't as bad as that, because these two games we've had in the episode, really poor. So apologies about that, don't know what's happened. The first performance wasn't too bad against West Brom, but that one was just dreadful. Dreadful. I wanted the game to be over as soon as we got into the second half, virtually. It was that bad. But game against Man United now, the final game of the season. Uruguay want me. Again, we'll reject that one. And I think we'll just delete the rest of those emails. But yeah, we've got the final game of the season. Won't do player development before it, just so the players are nice and fresh, if that does make any difference. And yeah, we are now still third. Game against Man United, last day of the season. Should be an interesting one for episode 100 in the next episode. Again, apologies about those performances, especially that last one. Dreadful. Didn't see him in the game at all. And as soon as he scored, just completely capitulated. So, yeah, disappointing, but we'll move on from it into the next episode. We'll kind of just forget about this season, to be honest, or the end of this season, as we've been very inconsistent towards the back end of it in particular. And we'll try and win the league next season, where we've got better players like Aguero coming in and some others as well. I can't remember, to be honest, that we've gotten so many frees. I can't remember too many of them. But that is it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. If we could go hit 20 likes on this video, that'd be really appreciated. Also, if you could go hit the subscribe button as well if you haven't already, that'd be absolutely fantastic. And yes, I will see you next time for episode 100. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.